Yo, what's up, good people? Y'all know what time it is. It's AA Sports, straight sports, no chaser. You got the super team of sports talk here with y'all. I'm one half of it, Diego Barishnikov, the Black Dominican Russian. Tonight I'm gonna be Hoodie Diego, and I got my main man, partner in crime in here, the 6 foot and under post up champ. Tell him who you are.
What's good people? It's the other A and A Sports. Your boy Uncle Hate on the third Wednesday. Damn, broadcasting live. The homie Diego, he came up limp from practice on Friday. He couldn't make the walkthrough, so we had to downgrade him to out yesterday. But we back here. He's out of the protocol. We're good.
Yeah, I was a late scratch. I went to concussion protocol late yesterday, so that's why y'all ain't see us on the field. But we back today. We gonna get this shit cracking.
Cause you was in the protocol yesterday. That seemed like that that Russell Wilson shit. You went in that tent, came right on out.
Man, yo. Went in one way, kept going, and came on out the other side, went right back on the field. Oh man. So yeah, it's one day before the start of week 14, but we just doing our week 13 recap. So what? We're gonna get it done. We got some college football. The playoffs have jumped off, so y'all got to hear our tidbits on that. We got some other things like our Champs and Chumps awards weekly as usual, and we'll hit y'all off with some tidbits on the last call topic toward the end.
Yes, sir.
First up, y'all know what time it is. In the club, free before 10 with y'all broke asses. Still, it's the end of the year, 2017. Y'all still trying to get in the club free. It's cold and shit. Y'all still trying to get them free drinks. Pour them up, man. It's open bar.
Yes, sir.
All right, what we drinking on tonight, Hate?
We raising a glass to the Mara family for finally firing Ben McAdoo's punk ass. How long we been calling for it?
At least before they buy.
Easily. Hell, we said they should have fired him after y'all got y'all first win off of them.
Right.
But they let him fly home, and he jumped out in front of that Eli shit. This was my decision. We gonna sit Eli down. And they still fired your dumb ass.
Everybody was on board. They knew what it was. Well, we know what it is now for real. How did that key card work when you came to work Monday morning?
Right. Did you think Jerry Reese knew it was coming too?
He probably had to. He's been there for how long?
He got a title with them.
Yeah, but the last couple years, I don't know. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. But I think John Mayer had enough. You mess with the poster boy of the franchise, some heads gonna roll. Now I don't sit here for 1 second and think that Ben McAdoo didn't come to them and say, "Hey, this is my plan." I think Jerry Mayer was saying, "Hey, yeah, they came to me and said they thinking about benching him or whatever, but they didn't tell me that the plan was, hey, we gonna start him, give him the option to start and then take him out."
Right.
He thought they was gonna let him start, and depending on how the game was going around the half, then determine which way to go.
Right.
And the more and more I thought about it, I didn't really care about the streak anyway, because Eli was 70-something games away from Favre's streak.
He wasn't gonna catch Brett.
And at 37 years old, he wasn't finna start 70 plus more NFL games. So he could still kept the streak alive though, if his simple ass would have just took his ass out there and started and put the pressure on the team at that point. Because if you go out there and you start y'all balling and they winning, who gonna look like the dumbass if they pull you out the game?
Because they were gonna play Oakland. They would have been down either way. They would have got down. He could have kept his streak alive, went and sat down. It would have been love. Yep. That shit was a dumpster fire though. That whole situation was a dumpster fire.
So now, now he back. He'll be starting this week. Who's the intern coach?
Spagnuolo.
Okay.
The coach, Detroit.
Rams.
The Rams. Okay, that's right.
Yeah.
Why I got a feeling they're gonna beat Dallas this week.
Oh yeah. I'm expecting Eli to throw about 4 or 5 touchdowns this week.
To some no-name dudes we ain't never heard of. I just got a feeling they're gonna beat Dallas.
Yeah. They got Evan Ingram, Sterling Shepard.
Well, them two dudes, I'm talking about what, Roger Lewis and
Tavares King hurt, ain't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there you go. But, at the end of the day, they still don't have no offensive line. They still don't have no running game. So, Giants fix that shit next year.
But you look at McAdoo. He played himself so hard. It's hard to – I don't think it's going to be another head coaching position. But, I'm assuming somebody let him come be their coordinator again.
Yeah, possibly. These dudes, they always get second, third, fourth, fifth chances. We still looking at John Fox on the sidelines every Sunday. So,
but John Fox doesn't look like no sucker with that slick back hair talking all that shit.
Yeah. But McAdoo, he does come across a little smug, don't he, from week?
Right.
Straight jerk. Straight jerk. Which makes me think.
Yeah.
Which makes me think, and like real life, if we was to meet him, he would probably fit right in.
Yeah. But you know what though? That's another situation where he got that job based on being the QB and OC for Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, you're right. All right, people. So we're going to jump right on into it. We got a lot to cover with y'all tonight. So we're going to get right on into it. We're going to run down these Week 13 scores from last week. Thursday's game, Dallas Cowboys beat the Washington Redskins. We sat here right before that game, picked the Redskins, and said, hey, Dallas got to win sometime. And sure as you know, they came out and smoked their ass, 38-14.
I'm starting to think we need to start giving ourselves a mulligan for these games we don't feel good about, but we take them anyway.
Yeah.
Knowing, but we don't trust it, but we still know.
Yeah. You had the Minnesota Vikings going to 10-2, taking over the number one seed in the NFC East. I'm sorry, in the NFC Conference, and we'll explain a little bit later how they got there. But they beat the Atlanta Falcons in a defensive battle 14-9. The New Orleans Saints hosted the Carolina Panthers. Won 31-21. Game is your boys. They're in the breakdown, right?
Yeah, they're in the breakdown.
We'll get to that details in a minute. Saints winning 31-21, taking control on of the NFC South. New England Patriots 23-3 over the Bills. Only highlight of this game was Grunt losing his damn mind at the end, catching that one game suspension.
Run through them scores. I got some topics on these scores that are not in the breakdown, but go ahead.
All right, cool. Got my 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo going to Chicago, getting our second W, his first as a 49ers starter, 15-14 in the field goal game.
Damn that late field goal. I would have won that game.
We got the Green Bay Packers beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 26-20. Next up, Tennessee Titans won 24-13 over the Texans. The Miami Dolphins beat the shit out of the Denver Broncos 35-9. Glass, what's up, man? What's up with your team, dude? Was that 6 straight losses? One of the two.
That's another L I took.
Yeah. Anyway, Denver gonna be picking in the top 10 in the draft. The New York Jets 38-31 over the Kansas City Chiefs.
Tell them what you told me. About picking Kansas City going forward.
Oh, yes. I hit him on Sunday and said, I don't give a damn who they playing. I don't give a damn who they playing. I will not pick the Kansas City Chiefs anymore.
If they play Cleveland, you going to take Cleveland?
Yeah, if they play Lehigh University, I am not picking Kansas City no more this season. If they can't win,
like 3:30 in the afternoon.
If they can't win with Tyreek Hill getting like 400 yards, receiving 300 touchdowns, Alex Smith going off, they're not going to win.
He sold all his stock early Sunday. He was done.
I'm done with them. I'm so done with them. 38-31, the Jets beat the Chiefs. The Jacksonville Savages, 30-10 over the Colts. Baltimore Ravens. Who thought Baltimore would put up 44 points? But then again, they played Detroit. Winning 44-20.
Didn't we say that last week? Detroit, they never gonna win that game. They need to win. Never.
They are the typical Jeff Fisher team. 8-8. They gave
that boy $100 million, and they gonna win 8 games a year. Never win their division.
San Diego, damn, did it again. Los Angeles Chargers winning 19-10 over the Browns. I think that was a game Chargers kind of played down to the Browns. They should have beat the brakes off of them.
Josh Gordon looked good in that game.
Yeah, I think he had, 4 or 5 catches?
4 for 85. They had an article on ESPN. If Kaiser wouldn't have missed all them throws, he could have had 200.
Uh-huh. So we know what kind of talent Josh Gordon has. You know, he just got to smoke weed in the offseason, I guess.
Just slow it down.
Next up, we had the Oakland Raiders winning 24-17 over those aforementioned little Giants. I think Marshawn Lynch finally had a game over 100 yards this game.
He kind of been balling the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, they've been relying on him, and, you know, they are right back tied for the division lead. Well, Kansas City got it based on tiebreakers, but them, the Chargers, and
they're going to lose that shit Sunday. They're going to lose to Oakland Sunday.
So we're going to see how that goes. Oakland right back in the thick of things. Hey, maybe my Super Bowl pick will work out. Next game, L.A. Rams beating the Cardinals 32-16. The Sunday night game had the Seahawks dominating the Eagles to 24-10. We're going to get into that definitely here in a second. And then the Monday night game, we're going to
we need to talk about that.
23-20. The Steelers, 17 points down in the fourth quarter, was it, I believe.
Yeah.
Back and won. Of course, the big topic of this game was the hard hits and, of course, the Ryan Shazier injury. Update on that, he did get back to Pittsburgh today. He's still undergoing some treatment. He does have some feeling back in his lower extremities, which is a good thing. Hopefully that swelling continues to go down. And, you know, maybe he gets back on the field this year. They put a couple things out, people that have had this injury. One of them was Tommy Maddox had it at one point. I think he only missed one game, they said. So it's possible he can get back on the field. The Steelers will definitely need him.
Yeah. They don't need him this week. They need him week after next.
Yeah, because that's that. Well, they play the Ravens this week, and the Ravens been on the run.
Well, they so far ahead, they're going to win that division off top.
Well, yeah, you're right.
So it's all about playing New England. They want number one. They can't go to Foxborough. They're going to lose that game. They go to Foxborough. It got to be at Heinz Field. But what do you think about them hits? We can go ahead and start with our little tidbits there.
Well, you know, for me, you know, sitting there watching the game, to me, a lot of the stuff I was hearing after the game about it was just so the game was so despicable, and, you know, people had all these comments to say negatively about the game. To me, it was based around the mood after the Shazier injury.
Right.
Because if you take the Juju hit or whatever, you take the Ioka hit.
That was it.
That happens all the time.
Yeah.
You know? And Juju, it would have been a good hit if he wouldn't have hit him in the head.
Yeah.
And then he just stood over him, which is just stupid. And then, you know, Ioka in the end zone, he hit Antonio Brown. He's trying to make a play and draw the ball loose in the end zone.
How the hell did that boy catch that ball?
I don't know. And I'm trying to figure out he had still over 100 yards with a bad toe.
Right. That Juju hit, that was the little homie riding, trying to show the folks he was down.
Right.
He laid Burfict out, but boy, he got to be like this all next year. All next year.
Yeah.
Burfict ain't going to forget. No, sir.
Oh, no, not at all. Not at all. And Antonio Brown, in the locker room, they interviewing Juju, and Juju trying to be remorseful about the hit, and all you hear is Antonio Brown in the background. Karma.
But that Burfict hit he put on AB a couple years ago.
Oh, was it last year? As a matter of fact, I think it was last year.
That was last year, and that kept Cincinnati. Cincinnati had that game won, but all them penalties, him and Pac-Man lost their damn mind, and they lost that game. Didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah, and I want to say they had almost 200 yards of penalties in this game. So
and they gave him an extension.
The Bengals going bingo, man. But good win for the Pittsburgh Steelers, because after that Shazier thing, man, they look dead. They look distracted a little bit. But those divisional games can go either way. It's the hard hitting in this AFC North, man. It's just how it go, the nasty North. I
like the way Ben described it after the game, because he easily could have been on some. Oh, those are some terrible hits. He just told him. The girl was like, how do you describe the game? AFC North football. That's it. And
coming from Ben has a tendency to do some sucker shit in them interviews. He'll throw your ass under the bus. So I was glad he didn't do that this go around.
Concerned about the Mixon hit, but he's in the protocol, I believe. Well, They ain't playing for shit anyway, so they in the top 10 of the draft. So whatever.
And to me that hit looked more like it came on the shoulders than the head.
Don't it seem like them shoulder hits folks be getting knocked out more?
Yeah. So, hopefully he's all right.
They ain't playing for shit. All right, New England. What you got on the Gronk hit?
Stupid. That's kind of shit to get your ass whooped in the streets.
Right. Right.
I don't know what the hell he was thinking. I mean, that play was clearly over. He can say he was frustrated at the refs not getting calls or whatever, but there's no excuse for that. To me, that was what was more telling. Why the hell the Bills players didn't do shit?
You see how Jim Kelly called them out for that?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, he said, so they gonna let him get hit like that, and dudes are standing around and nobody do nothing.
Right, they looking at the refs looking for a flag. Nah, y'all need to be in Gronk's face. One dude did push him a little bit, but that was it.
That was it. I mean, Gronk's a big dude and all, but if one dude would have squared up, sometimes L's don't look bad on your record, people. Sometimes an L really don't look bad. That's just like we used to always talk about. Back in young Diego, young Hate days, when we be in establishments and it be 5 of us and we be willing to fight the whole place, that L wouldn't look bad on us. That's a good L.
Exactly.
It just works that way sometimes.
All right, go.
But now OBJ came out. Tom Brady lost his mind on the sideline. He did what he does because he's a fiery leader.
He's a competitor.
He's all about perfection.
Such a leader.
He went off on Josh McDaniels. I mean, showed his ass on him. Because all Josh said was, you left somebody wide open. You ain't hit him. Last time I checked, Josh McDaniels is the OC, right?
Right.
So he should be able to say that, right?
Yeah, and he has been a high-profile OC for quite some time. Could have had a head coaching job last year with us and a couple other teams. So it's not like he's some Rudy Poop dude off the street, just came off the couch. He's highly regarded in this league as being an offensive mind. And Tom Brady, he helped show ass out quite a lot.
Tom helps his ass, but if I can't say shit to you, you going to show me up on TV like that? That's some sucks.
No, I'm saying he helps Tom out a lot.
Yeah. So did you agree with OBJ when he said, I learned from the GOAT? Tom been doing that for years, and when I do this issue, I can't argue with it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's definitely a double standard in the league. One, it's already a double standard between quarterbacks and other position players, but it's definitely a different standard when it comes to white quarterbacks and black quarterbacks or players. Let Cam had done that shit. Oh, we would still be talking about that shit today.
Did you notice Monday? It came up yesterday. I ain't even see it. Ben showed up AB in that game Monday. AB had ran a route wrong. Ben ran halfway down the field, got in his face. But when AB did that shit on the sideline weeks ago, they was in his ass.
Right. Or you go back, you go back a couple of years. Dez and calmed down a lot on the sidelines. But back when Dez used to blow up on the sidelines, or some of that was perceived as him blowing up, but come to find out from teammates, it was him really trying to be positive, but it looked bad to people watching it, but you couldn't hear it. So,
right.
No, it wasn't that way. But Dez caught a bad rap for doing shit like that, blowing up on the sideline. It's definitely a double standard. And outside of Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers or Eli, Drew Brees, I'll never see Drew Brees really go off like that. But them cats get a pass.
Yeah, they do. Everybody else, it's just those cats. Phillip Rivers, you can throw him in there because he's a fiery leader too. Can't nobody else do that shit.
I like Phillip Rivers. That motherfucker's just crazy.
Yeah, he is. I like him. And nobody want to play them in the playoffs.
I kind of don't blame Phillip Rivers because you got a wife and 10 kids at the house. It's about time you go off on somebody.
Phillip Rivers need to be selling that jizz, man. That shit is potent, cuz 10 kids.
Yeah. You know what? And I will say this. So it won't make it just seem like it's just black white. If Russell Wilson wants to do that, he'd get away with it.
Man, they whoop his ass.
No, I'm saying Seattle players would get in his ass, but I'm saying as far as the media and the flatback,
they let it ride. You can't say shit to Russell. We're gonna talk about him a little bit later, but that magic he's pulling up there, yeah, you can't say shit to him.
He's still running pirouettes. He still ain't got no receivers. He still ain't got no line. And I don't know how the hell they doing this shit.
Yeah, he's flipping a crumb to a brick up there.
All day.
All day.
Well,
they the first game on the break now.
Go.
Now, this is another game that we probably should have took because we said if there was a team that was going to show some pride without Sherm, without Cam, it would be these kids. They held this monster offense to 10 points, guys. 10 points.
10. And I want to score. They scored that touchdown early, right?
Yeah, early.
Yeah.
Sure did.
From what I saw in this game, what the Eagles had a problem with, or what Seattle actually was doing more than I think I've seen them do this season. We kept talking about the pass rush not being there for them. They was on his ass this game.
I don't know what it is about these kids. I think they like primetime games. They like being the center of attention because Michael Bennett showed up Sunday.
Yeah. And, you know, I think we said it too a couple of times. I think, matter of fact, I know we said it before this game. We picked our picks last week. Going to Seattle in a night game,
yeah,
it's a problem for you.
I think you said it because you was like, "We're gonna see going up there with that crowd." Mm-hmm. I think that was you.
So what you gathered from the Eagles? I mean, bumping
they had a running game. That was one thing.
Okay. A lot of people saying they got exposed. They this, they that. They frauds. Blah blah blah. They ain't played nobody. True enough, they hadn't played a team over 500. I don't think, or beaten a team over 500 yet.
I think we the only team they beat that's over 500.
Right, they did beat y'all. That was it. I think they played Kansas City when Kansas City they lost. And outside of that, they really hadn't played too many good teams. But I don't care about that. It's the NFL. Every Sunday, it's hard to fucking win in the NFL. I don't care unless you're playing.
You got to play who's in front of you, and they beat the teams that was in front of them. Right. Now we about to find out because they played the Rams on Sunday. I mean, Seattle's a hard place to win. It's a hard place.
Right.
But just like we talk about with Dak, if you're not getting, 2nd and 4, 2nd and 3, and Wentz got to sit back there, and they're blitzing every play.
Right.
And let's be clear, people. Aguilar was a bust before this year. Alshon Jeffrey couldn't stay healthy before this year. So it's not like he got, Jerry Rice and Michael Irvin on the outside. He don't.
Now, moving Aguilar to the slot has helped.
That helped.
On the outside, that wasn't working out too good. But he's been balling this year. He's been balling this year playing in the slot. Now, one thing I will say about, we just talked about them having to play who's in front of them, which they do. But one thing that can set you up for is when you do play a good team, are you really prepared to play a good team?
Right.
It kind of bite you in the ass that way. So I think this loss was good for them because everything been Eagles flying high, and they it seemed like they spend more time in practice working on their celebrations.
They got dope celebrations though.
Than anything. They do. They got the best ones in the league, hands down. They ain't even gonna front. But I think this was a good time for them to lose, get humbled a little bit so they can refocus before this stretch go in the season. So I'm gonna be interested to see how they come out this week against the Rams.
Now, if they lose Sunday, that'll be another discussion next Tuesday.
Yeah, it will be. It definitely will be. Definitely.
So I'm gonna put the hating on hold because I've been tiptoeing around it saying they ain't really played nobody. I'm a little concerned, but I'm gonna hold it after they play the Rams.
Yeah, and so far the way it's going, it's looking like they're gonna be without a weapon in Zach Ertz in the middle of that field.
That was a nice hit that got put on him, though.
Yeah. So they're gonna have to rebound. Another thing that stuck out to me in that game, first half, Doug Peterson didn't do some stuff that he normally does. It seemed like they were playing scared.
Tell me why he didn't throw that flag on that damn when Russell was clearly across the line of scrimmage when he threw that ball to Mike Davis.
Now the lateral live, it looked fine. I guess because of the way Russell was moving, and he threw the ball, it looked like it was going backwards. Now about slow the replay down and everything, you're like, oh no, that wasn't backwards. So I don't know if he saw the replay in time or not, but live it looked okay to me.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was a lateral. We got the benefit of seeing 80,000 replays after the play because we're sitting at home. I don't know what kind of views he had. He was on the road, so I'm pretty sure Seattle probably didn't put the replays up right away.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I've been banging that drum for the last couple of weeks saying Russell Wilson MVP.
He's right at the top, man. He's just coming into this week, it was probably Wentz, Brady, Russell.
I think it was Brady, Wentz, Russell.
Wentz is probably going to take a step back now. and Russell going to be right there, especially if they keep going the way they're going. I mean, he's working
on the table. He should win.
He's working with nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing, but they got a little bit of a run game this past week from
Mike Davis looked good.
Yeah. So we'll see. Anything else about this game stick out to you? Russell and Jimmy Graham's connection seems to be really clicking right now.
Goal line, red zone area. Jimmy ain't gonna do shit for you between them numbers because people gonna hit him. But he's getting that work in the end zone. I mean, Philly went 8-16 on third down. They had 425 yards. Penalties and turnovers will kill you. They had 64 yards in penalties, two turnovers. That was the game. If Rich would have scored that rushing touchdown, had it not fumbled out the end zone, that was a different game.
Right, and then once they had the other turnover was either in the red zone or them approaching the red zone.
He threw that late pick deep, and at that point they was already beat. So, but yeah, we gonna see next week. We gonna see. All right, Carolina. Okay, this might be my first game where I really had a chance to sit down and pay attention to these running backs an entire game.
The Saints?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a problem.
Alvin Kamara is pretty good, Holmes.
It's a problem. And Mark Ingram didn't even – he had a solid game. What, he have 85 yards?
70 of that was on one carry, 72 on one carry.
Right. So, this game, Ingram it was pretty much Kamara this game.
Now, we was kicking it last week. Me, Diego, and one of the homies, and he hit me. He was like, every day he got to get Luke Kuechly on there. Well, here it goes. Luke Kuechly was not there Sunday.
He wasn't there.
Ran up and down on us the whole damn game. The whole damn game. Because, people, say this into the camera. Y'all got to take New Orleans serious. I didn't take it serious till maybe 2 weeks ago. They're pretty good.
Yeah. And the running game is the difference.
Breeze ain't even having to do shit. He threw the ball 34 times, but it don't even seem like he really had to. They was just running on every play.
Yep. I mean, Kamara, and he looked small, but he powerful.
Powerful.
He was hitting motherfuckers and running over them and, still getting 8-10 yards.
Rookie of the year, hands down. It was Hunt. Deshaun had it, but he got hurt. It ain't McCaffrey. It's Kamara.
Oh, yeah. I was about to say Hunt and Hunt been out since, week 5 or 6 probably?
Yeah.
Deshaun, unfortunately, he got hurt, or he would have been probably right there. Because quarterbacks tend to be the ones that they're going to pick first.
Right.
Yeah, you can't really bet against Alvin Kamara right now. Not on the offensive side of the ball, at least.
The homie had 2 touchdowns, over 100 yards from scrimmage, 9 carries, 60 yards.
Yeah.
And this wasn't even a bad Cam game. Cam only missed 10 passes. He was 17 of 27. He only had 183 yards, got sacked twice. It seemed like the pressures were there. It wasn't a lot of sacks. There was a lot of pressure.
I don't know. I can't pinpoint what it was. Something was missing. Just something was missing from y'all Sunday.
When we don't run the ball, we don't win. It's just that simple. It's that simple.
I mean, is it the Cam runs? Because we know we ain't getting shit out of Stewart, but 40, 50 yards every week, and he got hurt.
Cam's runs are cool, but I think the running game, the running backs, their runs are more important than Cam's. To me.
So, I mean, let me look at the box score real quick. Okay, Stewart, 11 for 45. That's about what he does every week. So that ain't – okay, McCaffrey only had 49 yards?
But it was 25 rushing. The rest was – they're game planning for him.
Teams are starting to adjust because, if he only had 20 yards receiving, 25 yards receiving, that's probably the difference right there.
Right. I mean, and Funches is our only cat that can seem to get open. Oh, my God.
He had them dropsy Sunday.
Hey, I'm gonna say it on air right now. Your boy, I'm nervous. I'm nervous.
About what?
I'm nervous because we got Minnesota this week. I'm a Cleveland Brown fan this week. I'm a Cleveland Browns fan because I need them to beat Green Bay. Because if they beat Green Bay, ain't no point in Aaron coming back. Ain't no point.
I think they'll still be in it though, right? Depending on what some of those other teams do, because I think them, Atlanta, Dallas,
they right there.
They right there together. So
and I'm picking New Orleans. Should I pick? I'm thinking New Orleans is gonna win that game tomorrow. So it's a big week. It's really big week.
It's crunch time
for real.
It's crunch time for real. So
yes.
It's a lot. It's a lot to be. You might need to be a Falcons fan this week.
Oh, I am. I want them to beat New Orleans. The only game I think we got left is Tampa. We got Atlanta, Minnesota, Green Bay, and Tampa? That's it.
Hey man, and even though they haven't played that great, it's just I don't know. Jameis and Tampa, man, something just tells me they gonna fuck up somebody's season at some point this year. You know,
that's the biggest disappointment we've seen this year. You want to eat that L, cuz? It tastes good. That W. I want to win. They taste good.
What the hell was Jameis doing in that, man?
If Jameis would have told me a W tastes good, damn it, I want a W because he said so.
That is an interesting fellow, man. He know how to keep his team on edge.
Biggest disappointment this year?
The Bucks.
Yeah.
Only second to the Giants.
Yeah. It got to be second because I think we both picked the Giants to win that division.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And we thought that the Bucks. I thought the Bucks was right there in the mix.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they haven't been. I kind of expected the Bucks to maybe be in the place the Saints are. Maybe not quite as good as the Saints, but right up in there.
Yes, sir. You got anything else on this game?
No, we can put a bow tie on that one, man. Big week just coming up, man. Y'all got Minnesota, Saints and Falcons play. Getting time to win or go home.
And that boy just sitting back there practicing right now. Aaron can fuck up the whole shit. With them 13 screws in his arm, he can fuck up this whole shit.
And you know he ready.
Cause this is probably the healthiest he's been in years. Ain't been touched in 2 months.
Hey, we'll see.
We're gonna see. All right, last game we got. Minnesota and Atlanta. We both took Atlanta. And I didn't feel comfortable about it. But I didn't expect them not to put a touchdown on the board at home. Not one.
Right. And as I was going over the notes before we pre-show, I know they kicked off field goals. But I didn't realize that they didn't even get in the red zone but once.
That's it.
So basically Minnesota's good ass defense basically bent, but they didn't break.
That's all.
So, they had Julio ass on lock. I think they basically bracketed him the whole time.
And looking at the numbers, unless I messed up these numbers, Matt Ryan didn't get sacked in that game.
Oh, that's
at some point I keep telling myself when I'm doing these numbers, I gotta put pressures on there too. Because pressures matter. They may not touch you, but they mess you up as far as getting that ball out your hands. Right. But it don't really seem like he had a lot of pressure on him Sunday. Like he had time. Them dudes is just locked up.
Yeah, it's missing me. It's kind of escaping me right now. But one thing that's glaring, looking at this, 1 for 10 on third down.
1 for 10.
Only 15 first downs. You didn't turn the ball over none, but like I said, when you got close to scoring, you couldn't close the deal. And then when you needed him or you expected your solid field goal kicker who's been pretty consistent for years to make a field goal to put you right there to give you a shot to win, he misses it.
Has this not been the worst year for kickers?
It seems like every year a bad year for kickers, man. These dudes, I don't know.
It's like it's gotten worse, and I'm happy it did when they moved it back from an automatic 20 to like 30, 35.
For the extra point?
Yes. It's like these cats thinking about it now.
That's when it did go downhill. And you would expect the regular field goal kicking to be consistent, but now once they put that extra point back, it's like it's tied hand in hand now. Because one thing that short extra point did, it at least gave the kicker some type of rhythm.
Right.
It's to kind of use a basketball analogy.
I know what you're about to say.
You want to see the ball go through the hoop, whether it's a free throw, layup, or whatever.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that may be affecting some of the kickers.
Yes, sir. I don't have much on this game. Julio Jones went beast mode last week. 2 balls, 24 yards off 6 targets. And they moved him around. They had him in the slot. They tried to avoid Xavier Rhodes. I think the only 2 balls he got was when he went out the slot.
Yeah. I'm gonna go out on something here and ask this question. Is Julio the most expensive big-ass decoy in the league?
Didn't I say that shit a couple weeks ago?
Did you?
When I say it's Sanu, is more aggressive for the ball. He wants it more. You get now you think about it, in the 17 weeks with 1 bye, so that's 16 play weeks. You get maybe 5 big games out of Julio every year.
I was about to say, because if he have a big game like the 200-yard game, you could almost pretty much expect that next game is going to be a dud.
That's it. It's consistently that way.
And if it's not a dud, he gonna hurt a foot, a toe, a hamstring, or something.
Is he up for a new deal at some point soon too? And they gonna pay him, and I don't blame him.
I think he just got money year before last.
I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I can't argue with you. He's a decoy. He is a big decoy.
Well, I mean, which could be a good thing, because some of that, I don't want to make it seem like I'm just saying like Julio is Julio.
We're not shitting on him, and I think we've both been consistent where we've said that Julio is better than AB. But do you think how many games do you see AB having like this?
Well, that's another thing. I was just getting ready to point out. You don't have to worry about AB not having at least 8 to 10 targets a game. When Julio only catching 10 balls, it's because he ain't getting no targets. He had 6 passes this whole game. No, or 6 targets, rather. And he caught 2 of them. That's a problem.
Sometimes I feel like, but you know what, Matt, it's hard with Matt because you remember the year before last when he was force-feeding Julio, throwing all them damn picks? It's like either he spreads it or forces it to Julio. He can't do both.
Yeah. And you're right. Ever since that particular season, it's like it's almost in his subconsciousness to not force the ball to Julio. No, Matt, force the damn ball to Julio.
I mean, he's 6'3", 225 pounds, can run a 4.4. Let the boy eat. He's the best wide receiver you got, and I'd still take him number 1 over a lot of cats.
Yeah, Julio got 3 more years on that deal.
Oh, okay. And now lowball was, is he 30?
28.
Oh shit.
So he gonna get some more bread.
Yeah.
He's gonna get some more bread. But
they only had 15 first downs. They only ran 51 plays, 275 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear how Dan Quinn came out and said in his little press conference yesterday that the home field advantage needs to be better? Because he's really trending toward being a sucker. He really is.
Did you see today what he said?
I ain't here. What did he do?
Today, maybe I don't know if he said it. Maybe he said it in the press conference yesterday, but I just saw this today. He wrote a open excuse note for everybody in Atlanta to miss work Friday because he said he need everybody in the Dome or in the Mercedes Stadium on Thursday to be turned up, and he don't feel that people gonna be able to produce a high level of work on Friday because they're gonna use all their energy at the game Thursday. So he's asking employers to excuse people from work on Friday.
The only way that shit works, Mr. Quinn, is if you get that big homie Arthur to cut them drink prices in half. Then everybody being that turned up.
Well, this thing, they got the lowest concession prices in the league.
Oh, they do? Oh,
yeah,
I ain't been no game.
Yeah, that's kind of been one of their big things. They got like $2 hot dogs, $3 sodas. They prices is legit. Their prices is legit. So I think they're gonna keep it for another year or two. So concession prices is cool, but that whole little gimmick thing that works when you trying to do a Super Bowl or something like that. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit regular season, man. Get your ass out there and play. Y'all need to win this game. Y'all
better beat New Orleans tomorrow. Y'all better beat New Orleans. Y'all better beat New Orleans.
And I'm excited for it because I love when the Falcons and the Saints are both good and that rivalry is like the shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It seems like it ain't been that like it's in the last couple of years. Maybe because Roddy White ain't there no more.
Yeah.
But you know, that rivalry used to be popping. That rivalry used to be popping. So I think it's gonna get back to that tomorrow night.
Yes, sir. All right. We're done with the week preview. Let's jump. You want to jump on into college football?
We can, or we can go give our Champs and Chumps awards real quick.
And I ain't got but two, and I kind of discussed them.
Yeah, I was about to say we just go ahead and do them real quick because I got one of each.
Yeah, that's all I got this week because I struggled. I got Alvin Kamara, and this is coming from a Carolina fan. He ran all over us Sunday. The kid's good.
And it wasn't just the fact that like we said it, but it wasn't just the fact that he was running and gaining yards. It was the fact that he was getting a lot of yards after contact.
This cat busted our ass with a nose ring and a gold grill in his mouth.
Top and bottom grill.
Top and bottom.
You know he's from Atlanta.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I had no idea. Shout out to him. And my chump in the Carolina defense. It had to be a hard day on Monday watching that film. All them missed tackles. It had to be.
That's probably one of them films you don't even put on. Sometimes you play the bad game. Don't even put on the film. Just get your ass back out on the field.
Let me ask you this real quick: is New Orleans the favorite in the NFC?
I would give them.
See who's gonna get home field. Well, Minnesota technically at 10-2, and Philly's tied.
Yeah,
They feel like the favorite.
That NFC is tough, man, because you still cannot count Seattle out.
Nah. But what offense got both like them?
Right. And see, the Saints will probably mess around and have home field advantage, whereas Seattle probably won't have home field advantage. But that's going to be big for them. I think the Eagles need home field advantage.
They got to.
And before I get into my Champs and Chumps real quick, we talked about the Atlanta Vikings game, and we talked mostly about the Vikings. Man, mostly about Atlanta. Shout out to the Vikings, man. Case Keenum played another solid game.
Yes, he did.
And Latavius Murray has played a couple solid games in a row.
Yeah, he did.
He's kind of turned into the lead back, where early in the season it was McKinnon kind of taking the lead. Another Atlanta cat. I didn't know he was from Atlanta.
He is?
McKinnon, yeah, he went to one of them schools up in Cobb County.
Why am I waiting on Latavius Murray's hamstring? Why am I waiting on it?
It's probably bound to happen.
Or is it ankle? It's one or the other.
One of the two. But they've been playing pretty good, so shout out to them boys.
One thing I think about that game before we jump off of it, since you said that, they missed Trufant.
They did, because these last couple weeks, man, Alan Thielen looking like, well, he made the Pro Bowl last year.
He's solid, but a couple of them plays late, they missed Trufant.
Yeah. And outside of him and Rudolph, who are the weapons? I know they got Diggs there, but Diggs, did he play last week?
Diggs played last week.
But he's kind of been missing, right?
Diggs is one of them cats where you have one, you miss two. You have one, you miss two. He is consistent.
Very true. He like T.Y. Hilton this year.
There you go. All
right. So my Champs and Chumps, I got one of each. My Champs going as a shout out to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Under the circumstances, again, watching your brother go down like that first quarter, that can be very distracting. They went down 17 points, came back in the fourth quarter, pulled out a W. So good win for the Steelers. They showed a lot of character in that. And at the same token, one of the Steelers gets my chump of the week. Juju. Listen here, homeboy. You little young millennial. You're great. You're a good little young player. Everybody seems to take a liking to you. Your bike got stolen earlier in the year. It's a big campaign to get your bike back. They found your damn bike. And, I'm not going to dog you on the hit because the hit was a football play. You caught him in the head. It's a flag, so what? But you don't stand over no cat like that when you can clearly see that he was concussed or something wasn't right with him. You don't do that. Two, you don't do that to a wild-ass animal like Bobby.
Hell no.
You're going to have to pay for that, homeboy. At some point down the road, you're going to have to pay for that. because you're playing the slot for the most part. That means you go across the middle a lot. You're going to see Vontaze again. Trust me.
What's that that old Sammy Sam song? Everywhere you go, gotta watch yourself. Every move you make, gotta watch yourself.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey, you getting the chump this week for that, homeboy. So, get that right. Don't do that no more.
All right, we done with those. We'll talk about standings when we do our picks tomorrow.
Yeah.
I don't think we had a piss the bed for the week. I don't think we can come up with one.
Nah, we can. We had a
combined. We didn't do combined this week.
We have a combined this week. And people, we have been meaning to start putting this on you guys, the fans, our followers, our listeners. Matter of fact, we're gonna make it our business. We'll do it this coming week. We're gonna let you guys start voting on the Piss the Bed Award. We're gonna put up a couple options. We're gonna let you guys vote on it, and you guys will determine the winner going forward of the Piss the Bed of the Award week. We had a couple teams we discussed. We discussed Wisconsin. All they had to do was win and get in, and they lost to Ohio State. Miami Hurricanes, even though they were not, Clemson was favored to win anyway. I didn't expect Miami to come out there and just not be able to do anything.
I forgot. You said that to me, and I was like, well, we didn't expect them to win, but damn, they didn't get 3 points till what? Damn near the end of the game?
Right. So, that was, heartbreaking for that team. So those are a couple candidates. Matter of fact, y'all hit us up and tell us which one y'all thought was more deserving. Now with the college talk, that'll segue on into the college playoffs. Top 4 teams got announced. Number 1, Clemson. Number 2, Oklahoma. Number 3 are Georgia Bulldogs. And number 4, Alabama Crimson Tide. Now, of course, there's a lot of controversy over that number 4 slot. A lot of talk been going on back and forth. Whether it should have been the most deserving team on paper, which people are saying should have been Ohio State, or the best team, who you think the best team was, and people say, well, Alabama's clearly the better of the two teams.
Right.
Now, for me, I think the committee got it right.
I believe they did too.
Because to me, Alabama, you can talk about Alabama's schedule all you want, but one thing you got to keep in mind, people, these college programs, they make these schedules like 3-4 years out. So it's hard to tell who's going to be relevant or not. And if Francois doesn't get hurt that first game against Florida State, that looks like a marquee win.
A big win.
You know what I'm saying? And outside of that, normally Bama doesn't really have to schedule a lot of out of conference powerhouses because they play a SEC schedule.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you take that into consideration and you look at Ohio State. Committee clearly said that the significant factor of Ohio State not getting in was getting blown out. Not losing, getting blown out.
By Iowa.
Iowa.
The argument I kept consistently hearing is, ain't no way in hell Alabama gets beat by 30 by Iowa.
Ain't no way in hell Alabama get beat by 30 by nobody.
Nobody.
You know what I'm saying? Clemson won't beat them by 30.
And I was drinking that Kool-Aid going into it, thinking, okay, well, Ohio State done played people, but that loss late.
Right.
You can't really knock it. And then we were together, people. Last Saturday at almost 12 midnight, Nick Saban dropped his mixtape. We Bama, fuck everybody else.
Pretty much live on Scott Van Pelt's Sports Center. He sure as hell did.
Nick Saban called Sports Center at midnight to lay it out for the committee why Bama need to be in there, and you couldn't argue with him. You couldn't argue.
Yeah. What I was going to say about one of these two schools.
What you think about the matchups? We got the trilogy, Clemson, Alabama. What you got on that?
Now with it being a month out, I think that's going to help. That's going to help Alabama because they got some time to try to get some players back, especially on defense.
Help them. Yeah,
it's going to help them. I don't think it's going to be enough. Clemson look like a machine right now, and as of right now, I'm gonna take Clemson. Something may change, but as of right now, I'm gonna take Clemson because Alabama, they especially on offense, they haven't looked as dominant as they've been over the years. You know, because if you look back, even before the Auburn game, that Mississippi State game, if Mississippi State
should have won that game.
Yeah, if they don't make a couple, late game mistakes or whatever, get the lemon booty, they probably should have beat Alabama.
They sure should have.
So, you take that into consideration. You take a look at Clemson's only loss. Yeah, it was to Syracuse, but they didn't have their quarterback.
Right.
So, I thought I'm picking Clemson as the favorite there. Now, the other game, us, UGA, and Oklahoma is sexy, the Rose Bowl.
Yep.
You got high potent offense in Oklahoma, but Oklahoma has not seen a defense like Georgia yet.
No.
But on the flip side, we have not played an offense like Oklahoma. So how is that gonna go? So that's gonna be a very good matchup right there. So
I kind of feel good about us shutting down the Heisman Trophy winner because I'm pretty sure Baker's gonna run away with it.
Oh yeah, that's his Heisman.
Yeah.
6 weeks in, it was Saquon. So Saquon got this on lock. Well, he's not even a finalist.
Not even a finalist.
And I don't know how the hell Lamar Jackson snuck back into the picture.
I ain't heard his name much of none this year.
Because Louisville been losing.
Yeah.
So I don't even know how he snuck back into the picture. And I think the other finalist is Bryce Love, who I'll give a shout out to. Matter of fact, I'll go ahead and put him as a late addition to my champs now that I think about it. Because I watched the Pac-12 championship game that Friday night.
Yes, sir.
The injury, him being hurt in the way he was still running, he almost got 2,000 yards this season. He's a good player. He's a beast. So he deserves.
He so hard last week, for real.
Credit for that. Oh, this is what I was going to say that slipped my mind a few minutes ago about Alabama getting in over Ohio State. If you look at the previous week's rankings, the committee pretty much put the writing on the wall when they put Alabama at 5.
Right.
So they pretty much told us if anybody slip up, well, not anybody, because we already knew the winner of the SEC championship was going to get in,
right,
and the ACC championship was going to get in. So that basically left Oklahoma, TCU, and Wisconsin, Ohio State. If Wisconsin or Oklahoma lost, it was right there for Alabama to slide on in, and that's exactly what happened.
Hey man, tough break. Wisconsin, y'all controlled y'all destiny. You didn't take care of it.
Yeah, didn't take care of it.
All right. Few coaching hires this past week. Jimbo Fisher left Florida State to get $75 million guaranteed to go coach Texas A&M.
Over what, 10 years, right?
10 years. That's $7.5 million a year. But he's gonna get every dime. Shout out to him.
Yeah. I mean, his per year average is right along kind of with everybody else, but it's I think they said the highest value contract.
Right.
Based on the guaranteed money and how long it is. So shout out to Jimbo. I'm gonna let you run these other ones off, and I'm gonna say something about these coaching hires.
All right, Willie Taggart got the job at Florida State. He was the coach at Oregon. Clearly, he didn't like those colorful ass jerseys. If he left after 1 year to go down south to Florida State. Florida State was a good job, and with Jimbo leaving, all that did was pretty much fuck Tennessee even further. Because they went from being the high-profile job to, Florida State open. We'll holler at y'all.
For real.
Yeah.
Plus you have to deal with the SEC.
Right. Mm-hmm. What you got on that?
Well, Willie, another thing that probably factored into this, Willie is from Florida. So
okay.
Good opportunity for him to get from that left coast and come on back home. And then you also had Scott Frost going to Nebraska, and then Herm Edwards taking the job at Arizona State. Now, let me ask you.
Hey man, did somebody really not tell Uncle Herm that they mascot is a devil?
Oh yeah, I actually seen him on. He was on what's the new show on the 411 Network? Wingo and Golick and Wingo. He was on there this morning. He was like, of course I know that. I was just kind of having some fun with the media. So he knew what the mascot was. He said they actually recruited him when he was coming up in college. They actually recruited him to come to Arizona State.
Okay.
So it's part of the reason that he was wanting to get back to there. Now, there's questions because he's been out of the league 9 years now, or out of football coaching 9 years now. And they were asking him, you think the game has not passed you by, but you may be a little out of touch. How long is it going to take you to get back acclimated? And of course, he said he don't think it's going to take him long. He's going to be fine because he's been still watching it, analyzing it, breaking tape down. So, of course, it's a little different. You got to go out here and recruit.
I mean, it sounds good now, but shit, I heard him say that, you know, I've been coaching the Senior Bowl for 3 years now. That's like 1 week a year for the last 3 years. And that's going to teach you how to deal with these millenniums walking around with Odell Beckham's haircut.
Yeah. Now, one thing I will say, though, Herm got that father figure mentality, so he ain't gonna have no boys running wild on him.
Hell no, they gonna go to class too.
Yeah, and if they do, they're gonna be dealt with.
Yeah.
Now, this is I'm probably about to go on a little rant.
There you go.
So, a lot of shit been talked all this week about, you know, why these coaches get to leave and go to other schools. And, you know, kids have been recruited to come there. You know, you go into these kids' living room and tell them, yeah, I'm going to be there 4 years, and you're not there. This is what I'm going to say. Parents, it's 2017, okay? This shit been going on for as long as I can remember.
Yep.
If you naive to let a coach come in your living room and tell you he's going to be there 4 years and you believe that shit, that's on you.
That's on you.
That's
First
on
of all,
you.
First of all, if I got a 5-star athlete, you ain't getting at my door without 10 racks.
Cecil Newton all day.
Well, you know what? I'm sorry. You ain't coming. Yeah, your man got to meet my man around the corner with that 10 racks. I got to get the call before you come in my door.
They can't cash app it to you?
Nah, ain't no Bill Campbell. You ain't coming to my crib with cash. Some of y'all don't know Bill Campbell was a former mayor of Atlanta who let somebody show up to his crib with cash money. You know. But nah. Herb might be all right. He might be all right.
Yeah, but it's you know, it's not I think most of this was about Jimbo Fisher and Taggart because they're the ones that left, especially Willie because he was only there 1 year. But yeah, you can't be that naive. And this is not on the coaches. This is on the NCAA to get rid of this stupid ass rule.
Yeah, they should be able to leave if the coach leave. If I sign a letter of intent with you when you roll, I should be able to leave.
Exactly. You know, I'm not saying any player should be able to leave. If you're a junior or a senior, I think that's a little different.
Right, I agree.
Now, if you're a freshman, sophomore at the most, I think you should have the opportunity to leave, transfer schools, and not have to sit out a year. That's only fair.
I agree.
It's only fair. So don't get mad at these coaches because I don't know nobody that's going to sit at their job. Let's say you were project manager at some little rinky-dink company. You at Rinky-Dink Records. You were a project manager making 50. You might make 50, 60 a year, okay? IBM come knocking on your door to be a project manager. They're going to pay you 80, 90.
You out. Out.
Even though you just sit up there at Rinky-Dink Records at the interview and say, hey, I want to help y'all build this company. I'm here for the long term. I'm here.
80 racks, you might not give a notice.
Especially if you're only making 40 or 50.
Right.
So, I don't want to hear that shit. People going to better their situation all day. Stop being naive. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
That's a good way to put it, what you said, though. Juniors and seniors should be able to leave immediately. Freshmen and sophomores, that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's only fair. Like I said, I meet the NCAA halfway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's only fair.
I agree. 100%. All right. Out of college, we're going to run through these last few stories before we get up out of here. Roger Goodell got $200 million today. Well, up to $200 million. They said 85% of his bonuses. I bet there's some easy-ass bonuses, too. I bet they are. But he got his money.
Yeah. Jerry probably mad.
Jerry had to drop that shit, though.
Yeah, he wasn't gonna win that fight.
Jerry need to be mad if Dak lose that game Sunday. That's what you need to be mad about. Don't be mad about nothing else. That right there you need to be mad about.
They lose to the Giants.
Woo!
How many more games Zeke got? 2?
Zeke will be back. Yeah, Christmas Eve against Seattle, though. Bless his heart. All right. Okay, dog. We keep saying it, and I know we're going to do it one day. We have got to work on this wild animal starting 5 Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Marcus Peters is fastly approaching that status.
Cuz threw the flag in the stands.
And left. Didn't know he was ejected, left.
Now I would say now with the ejection, did he think he was ejected? Is that right?
He was ejected. They had to come back out there and get him. I mean, shit, I would have thought I was ejected too. I threw the damn flag in the stands.
But when he came back, did you see when he came back? He had on track shoes.
And some footies.
Like, dude, you know the clock is still running, right? The game is still going on. What the fuck are you doing?
Because they shot him that suspension because they know what happened the last time he played the Raiders. They know what happened. Wild animal.
Wild animal. Marcus Peters, come on, man.
Come on, homie. Derrick Rose showed back up for the Cavs. Said he was sorry. Said he want to play again. I'm telling you, cuz a stink team. You know what covers all that stink? Wins.
Winning.
They up to 12 dubs right now. What that boy Shannon say on Undisputed? Serving hot dubs.
Did they let me check this score from tonight because they was losing to the Kings early tonight, third quarter.
If they lose to them.
Damn.
They lost?
Nah, they came back and won.
Okay, good. That's 13. That's 13. But I don't know where he's gonna place with this, but he's back.
Yeah, he still got to rehab the ankle. I mean,
he been gone that long. He still ain't healthy.
I don't know what the hell he's been doing the last couple of weeks. I guess he went back to Chicago and was chilling.
Shit, he been out a while now.
So, you know, they say he back, and they say he has started back the treatment. So I guess he got off of it. Yeah, I mean, probably so because he wasn't with the team.
Right.
So hopefully he's back because, you know, they haven't had a point guard pretty much. Chumps hurt. It's still not ready to play. They've
been throwing your boy Calderon out there.
Okay.
Hey, but for LeBron, that's perfect because he can hit a three and get the fuck out the way. That's perfect. So,
wow. And it's also helped that this stretch that Cleveland is in is a bunch of sorry teams.
Yes, they haven't played no winners in a while.
Yeah. That has definitely helped.
All right, LeVar Ball pulled LiAngelo Ball out of UCLA as of yesterday. I swear, this shit it was trending this way. That campaign was going so strong.
Hey, man. Now, because me and you talked about it. Why would he do this? Now, I don't know how long. I forget the coach at UCLA's name.
Alfred.
Yeah, Alfred. Okay. I don't know how long he had planned on keeping these boys suspended, but it was already up to like 8-9 games, I think. It was probably going to go on quite a bit. You know, I mean, they went across some international waters. You know, the school was there not only for the tournament, but I think they was there for some other mission things or whatever as well.
Right.
They didn't embarrass this school name internationally, so they couldn't just come back and just let them play.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? So they had to pose a pretty stiff suspension or penalty on them. So I understand why they still had them out. LeVar ain't trying to hear that shit.
Hell no.
Because and in a way I see why he ain't trying to hear it because LiAngelo already, I think he was only a 3-star recruit.
Right.
You know, and outside of him being a package deal with Lonzo and his brother to come to UCLA, if he just had to get outright recruited, they talking like he's basically just a mid-major type player.
Right.
So for him to be talking about he gonna pull him out and he gonna be in the draft next year, I don't know how that's gonna go.
And he getting his own shoe.
Now the shoe.
That lets you know how shitty the competition is at Chino Hill. If this dude was averaging like 35 a game there.
Yeah. Exactly. Now I got a couple names for them shoes.
What you got?
I got the Sticky Finger 1s.
That works.
The Jailhouse 7s. Or my favorite, the Air Locked Up Abroads. So we're going to put a poll up, people. We're going to let y'all vote on that. And y'all going to tell us which one of those y'all think should be the name of Jello's new shoe that nobody's going to wear.
What about the Air Dropouts? Yeah.
That's a good one.
I mean, how you going to sell these goddamn shoes with Lonzo shooting 30%, timid as fuck. LaMelo is homeschooled, ain't even playing high school ball, and LiAngelo is at home
with a Lambo.
What is he selling? At least folks got their shoes last week. I saw folks finally got their shoes.
Yeah, I'm telling you guys, you gotta go on YouTube and watch that show. LeVar, big ass mansion. He done turned this tennis court, an outdoor tennis court. He turning it into a full-fledged basketball court. He's calling it. He was calling it. What's the little boy's name?
Melo.
He's called this is LaMelo's new classroom. He ain't in school no more, but this is his new classroom. He building a roof over this shit. Matter of fact, it's outside tennis court. He building a roof over this shit. He basically making it an indoor practice facility. Everything in it. Where is he getting this money from? I don't know.
I want to know who he's training. That's because they said his profession was being a trainer.
Okay.
I mean, a cat paying that money for him to train?
I don't know, but he seems to be very confident in what he do. Because he's like, if I can do what I did with Lonzo and these boys at the old house on just a court inside in the driveway, imagine what I can do in this palace.
All right. I think it's time for us to have an intervention.
Uh-oh. I know where you're going. Well, I see it on the sheet. That's kind of why I know.
Yeah, so Uncle Haight and Uncle Diego got to have a talk with the young boy Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant, people, has been ejected 3 times in 20 games. I want to 20 or 21 games.
Right.
Ejected. Like, go to the locker room, take a shower.
Get the fuck out of here right now.
Like, what they say, scram.
Yeah. Beat it.
Tuesday night, Kevin Durant allegedly wanted to work with Boogie.
Okay.
Right.
If y'all believe that, I got a bridge in Brooklyn.
Cuz, what's going on with the homie?
Now, I got 2 theories on this. One, now the 3 ejections are they're kind of different. You know, he got ejected with Steph. I guess he was just trying to ride with his homeboy.
He's forever trying to ride. I mean,
you get ejected, I get ejected. The one last week, he said some shit to the ref, and he got ejected. And then last night, he got ejected because of the altercation with Boogie. So they're kind of different in a way. So I can kind of see that. But at the same token, and this is really what I think what it is, he tired of people thinking and calling him soft. And so he feel he got to prove himself in some kind of way. But trying to run up on Boogie in the back in the tunnel, nah.
You ain't want to work, cuz.
Which one is dumb? Juju running up or trying to stand over Burfict, or KD trying to run up on Boogie?
You know what he would have been doing? He would have been fighting like Crabtree was, floating, throwing them weak ass jabs. He wouldn't have went toe to toe with Boogie. Hell no. Hell no. I don't understand. I mean, he's certified. I mean, I know I was weak when he left at the time, but you got a title. You whoop LeBron's ass. What do you care what people say at this point? What do you care?
And it could be some of this as well. And I just thought about this as I seen it flash up on the screen right before we came on air because they're playing the Hornets right now, or it might be over. But that team, Steve Kerr included, has I think 6 or 7 ejections and maybe almost 20 technicals already this season. So
we should have gave damn, we ain't say nothing about that.
What's that?
I need to give a champ that referee for not being scared of Sean Livingston.
Yeah, he did go toe to toe with him. He knocked up on him.
Yeah, he did. Referees are squaring up with players nowadays. That was a brother though.
So it's just I guess this team is trying to make us think that they hard. We don't believe you. You need more people. I
was about to say the classic Jay-Z. We don't believe you.
And that includes Draymond.
Yeah.
Because he picks and chooses as well.
He on that KG fighting little dudes.
Yeah. He picks and chooses as well. So y'all need to get back to shooting threes and doing what y'all do. But y'all not tough guys.
They're just bored.
Y'all don't need to be tough guys. Maybe that's it too.
Yeah. Now, Steph rolled his ankle pretty bad last night. People, y'all don't want that boy to start having them ankle problems again.
Oh man, is it the same one he had surgery on?
I can't recall, but it was nasty.
Okay,
it was nasty. They're talking about he might not even play Christmas.
I know he said he's gonna be out 2 weeks.
I don't think he's gonna play Christmas.
Evaluate in 2 weeks.
Yeah, he's gonna be on the suit on the sideline.
Hey man, it's dollar. Well, they're gonna play Cleveland, so people gonna watch anyway. I'm gonna say it's dollars on the line. His ass gonna be out there.
At this point, I mean, I don't know. They just seem bored to me. It don't really seem like they're playing for much. They're just bored.
They have they turned into the new Cleveland? You know, Cleveland.
At least with their shit, they were winning games bored. Cleveland wasn't even winning them games; they were bored. So,
yeah. You know, but you know, the Warriors have dropped some games that. I mean, I think they've lost more games already than they have at this point the last 2 seasons.
I think it all comes down to. I heard it with LeBron. They was like, okay, they talking about Kyrie and them. Can you say Kyrie Irving and them Celtics can beat LeBron and them 4 times in a week? Hell no. If anybody in the West can beat Golden State 4 times in a week, I don't see nobody.
No, and I don't give a damn how well Houston's playing.
Hell no, because that shit.
You think that? Look at the last 2 seasons.
I don't have no faith in that. The same way you said you never picking Kansas City the rest of this year, I ain't picking Houston in now playoff series outside the first round. Them threes will stop falling, and James Harden will quit. He will.
At some point. I ain't picking Kansas City again until Patrick Mahomes is a starting quarterback.
Bingo, bingo. Let's get up out of here off of that.
Yes, sir. So we want to appreciate y'all tuning in with us tonight. Everybody that watches this on the YouTube channel, we appreciate that. Remember to watch, like, and subscribe. That's AA Sportscast, straight sports, no chaser. Also catch us on the Spreaker app if you're on the go. You can catch us there at AA Sportscast as well. Remember to tap that heart, leave us some comments and emails. Let us know how we're doing. Don't forget, we'll have those polls up for the Pitch the Bed of the War of the Week for you guys to vote on coming soon. And also we'll let y'all vote on what y'all think the name of that Jell-O shoe should be. Hey, tell them where to reach you at on social media.
Real quick before I do that, shout out to Mitchell Report, shout out to Alpha Ice, shout out to Briscoe Ferrari, and I can't remember the last team for making the playoffs in the AA Sports Fantasy Football League. We spotted y'all this year because we some hospitable cats. But,
T. Davis is the 14th.
Okay, yeah. Shout out to y'all cats. We spotted y'all one, but y'all got in there. You can reach me at RK6000 on Twitter. Holler at me. I talk sports.
All right, so there it is, good people. We'll be back with y'all tomorrow night. Thursday night game coming. We're going to have our pick show tomorrow, so we'll let y'all know who's going to think going to win these games over this particular week. We're in week 14. And again, it's crunch time. It's almost time to win or go home, baby.
Because Matt Ryan at home scared right now. He know he got to put up or shut up tomorrow.
Hey, man, he patting them feet, man. He patting them feet.
You better be in that gym. You know he's going to be throwing from his damn feet tomorrow.
You already know. All right, people. That's it, man. We're going to get up out of here, man. It's AA Sports, straight sports, no chasing. We'll holler at y'all tomorrow, man. Peace.